After the miraculous feeding of the 5,000, Jesus sought time to pray alone. He instructed his disciples to get into their boat and cross the Sea of Galilee while he stayed behind to dismiss the crowds. As evening fell, Jesus went up a mountain to pray, leaving the disciples to navigate the waters by themselves. As the night deepened, a fierce storm arose over the sea. The disciples found themselves battling strong winds and crashing waves, making little progress in their journey. In the midst of the storm, around the fourth watch of the night, between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m., the disciples were exhausted and struggling. Fear began to overwhelm them as their boat was battered by the waves. Suddenly, to their astonishment, they saw a figure approaching them, walking on the water. Terrified, they cried out, believing it to be a ghost. But immediately, the figure spoke. "Take heart, it is I, don't be afraid." The voice of Jesus cut through their fear, offering reassurance and comfort. However, the disciples were still uncertain. Peter, the boldest of them, called out, "Lord, if it's you, tell me to come to you on the water." Jesus simply replied, "Come." With faith in his heart, Peter climbed out of the boat and began to walk toward Jesus, miraculously standing on the surface of the water. For a moment, Peter did the impossible. He walked on water as he kept his eyes fixed on Jesus. However, as the wind howled and the waves surged, Peter's attention shifted from Jesus to the storm surrounding him. Fear crept in, and his faith faltered. The moment Peter took his eyes off Jesus, he began to sink into the sea. Panicking, Peter cried out, "Lord, save me." Immediately, Jesus reached out his hand, caught Peter, and lifted him out of the water. As he helped Peter, Jesus said gently, "You of little faith, why did you doubt?" Jesus' words were not harsh, but instructive. Peter had shown faith in stepping out of the boat, but doubt had caused him to sink. This moment served as a lesson to Peter and the other disciples about the power of unwavering faith in Christ. Once Jesus and Peter climbed back into the boat, the storm that had terrified the disciples instantly ceased. The wind and waves calmed, and the sea became still. In awe of what they had just witnessed, the sight of Jesus walking on water, his power to save Peter, and his authority over nature, the disciples responded in worship. They proclaimed, "Truly, you are the Son of God." This moment of worship was a profound acknowledgement of Jesus' divinity. Through this miracle, the disciples understood more clearly that Jesus was not just a teacher or a prophet, but truly the Son of God, with dominion over all creation.